Hello, everybody. It is Lee here, and I have been basically off of this channel for I guess, like 1 month or so. But good news, I passed my California real estate salesperson's license on Monday, and today it's Friday, so it's been 4 days since I passed the test. I am super glad that it is just done, thank God, because I started back in December 20th of 2021. So everything total was like 5 months, and I literally submitted everything as soon as I possibly could, because you have to pass 3 classes, and they make you wait 18 days in between, so the fastest way to get it all done was, like, 54 days. So the fastest time was basically, let me look at my calendar. February 12th, I've submitted all the paperwork to the state board, and they have to take time to process. And I was just, refreshing the DRE page like every single Monday to see when they would process my paperwork. And I did the combo application where I submitted the test and also the paperwork uh, at the same time. So for the exam and also just like the paperwork for the salesperson's license at the same time. So it took a little bit longer, but basically the weekend that I found out I could book it, I booked it. So I think I think it was like a Saturday. It was weird. DRE sent me a message. Well, actually, I didn't. I was just checking. I think I just had like an intuition. So on I think it was Saturday night. Like Saturday night, April 9th, I signed up for the test, and on Monday, April 11th, almost 1 month into my 32nd birthday. So I had a goal. I had written on it like hopefully I would be able to get my real estate license before I turned 32, but fine. I got it at 32, 1 month after my birthday. Great. I got it. And basically interviewing brokerages, I guess now, and then just going to a bunch of open houses. I am in Irvine right now, and I was doing Airbnbs since last October, but was basically house hunting since around August or so. Got the house in September, was doing a bunch of furnishing, listing, and finally had it up on like basically late September, early October. And then now I'm helping one of my friends set up her Airbnb around the Inland Empire area. So we will see how that goes. But I'm super duper excited. This is why I've been MIA. You guys knew it was coming. That every year I just turn more and more Chinese, but I really think this is the way to go. I started off studying architecture at UC Berkeley for 2 years. And I was like, I don't want to be miserable and cut models. I don't want to go to graduate school. So I was like, how can I pass all my classes and not drop out and just, end with a degree with all the classes that I can carry over while I'm, doing other stuff like, digital marketing, learning about, businesses. So ended up with an urban studies degree, which it prepares you to have people complain about you in city hall, which is probably a little bit of what I'm going to be doing if I'm going to be, doing more Airbnb stuff. So, yeah, really excited this is finally done because I was literally looking at like 100 open houses at the end of last year, and I was like, why don't I just get a license at this point? Because I'm just dealing with deals all the time. I have more options for myself. I can do residential, I can do commercial. I do think open houses are really fun for me, just like looking at different houses. This is really cool. So I'm pretty excited recording this, and for people who are asking me on there's a Chinese Instagram called Little Red Book, and you upload a bunch of stuff. So I uploaded my Airbnb stuff there, uploaded that I was set for the real estate license, and people were like, what classes were you taking? So I took RE trainers, and I also took a prep agent as a preparation course. I basically like went through all of their vocabulary list. I went through uh vocabulary list, webinars. There's like different sections of the test, like contracts, property transfer, property ownership, principles, and all that stuff. That part was not super hard for me, but it's just like the questions try to trick you, and they always try to trick you. So it's good to know the format. I took the practice exams basically every day during the last month, like basically from like March until April, maybe even a little bit like late February, like right after I finished all my like the 3 classes, real estate principles, real estate practice, and for an elective, I did real estate finance. But you can choose like, legal aspects of real estate, you can choose escrow, you can choose property management. There's a lot of choices. It's literally an endless field, which is really cool for me to just constantly be learning because it touches so many different parts of it, and I can finally just have more confidence, and also I felt a little bit out of place when I, didn't have a license, wasn't planning to buy a home and just looking for Airbnbs, which is totally a legitimate reason to look, but I just felt like I needed my own education and backing so that I can feel confident going in. And, while I'm interviewing for brokers and, doing real estate, I just want to do this video because I know a few years later, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I wish I did a video on this," and here it is. Also, every birthday, I write a future me letter. I send a future me letter to myself, either like 1 year later, 6 months later, sometimes 1 month, just to remind myself how far I have come. Because I have a million journals, but for some reason, I never want to look back on them. And even when I'm cleaning it out, I've taken to just throwing them away. So the future me letter is a good reminder through email. But anyways, the test itself. So I took the test in La Palma, which is like 30 minutes away from me. I was initially gonna go to San Diego because the dates were just so backed up because of pandemic stuff. But the test, I was like, I'm always scared of tests, but like apparently I do pretty well in them, and people are like, yeah, you'll pass, no problem. But I'm still there's this fear, right? So basically, you have 150 questions. If you pass 70% of it, you pass. And I was able to get like basically consistently mid 85% to like the highest score I got was like 93% on the prep agent course. So at that point, I was like, well, might as well take it. If I failed it on Monday, I'll just take it again. But thankfully, I didn't have to take it again. It's basically multiple choice questions. They try to trick you, but if you just keep doing the practice exams, the logic is pretty much the same as long as you know the principles of it. It's just a bunch of memorizations. It's basically like just lock yourself in a room and just memorize it. So now the challenges for me is obviously getting listings, and I'm actively trying to look at homes that I can invest in. So this is very helpful for me for my own selfish reasons, and also just something that I want to do. And also this is going to help me in my comedy, I feel, because coaching is, I'm very grateful for coaching. It helped me see what I was capable of doing, getting clients, doing marketing, basically taught me how to do a business. But I didn't want my own personal viewpoints, and we're in this time in history where it is very difficult to explain to somebody, because it's the research is so easy to be out there that I don't really want to ruin more of a, I guess, a potential friendship. And I'm just going to do my comedy stuff, say my jokes, but at the end of the day, I do want to have something that is solid, that is not going to be affected in my beliefs, because unfortunately, big tech is very harsh on certain viewpoints. Let's just say this is April of 2022. Elon Musk is trolling the hell out of Twitter, which is really hilarious to watch. But I realized that I wanted something more stable. Also, I'm entering to my 30s, and I wanted to learn more about real estate investing, because I had just kind of poo-pooed and dismissed it because I saw my mom like working so hard to keep the house, and she bought it at the wrong time. And it was her money, so she can do whatever she wanted. But I just felt like I'd never want to be trapped by a house, blah blah blah. But now I realize it's not, it's really something that you can protect yourself against if you really do know the market. And she is an immigrant. She's somebody who literally came halfway across the world. um she did a lot of awesome things, and she got the house, did the best that she could. But w- it's just up to me, to carry on, family legacy, I guess, to keep going, keep learning, and the amount of money that I wanted to earn to be able to retire, this was a great fit for me. And I didn't want to keep arguing with people online. I didn't want to censor myself for my beliefs. And I do think like this is the field where people would be more aligned with me on, generational wealth, leverage, and investing. And I think I would have an easier time explaining to people the way that I am thinking. So, as a wrap up, I guess, it's a tedious thing to pass a test, but it is totally doable. I think anyone can pass a test if they just forget everything else and just focus on the test. But it took me basically 5 months from, buying the three classes and, waiting 54 days and submitting it to the Department of Real Estate, waiting for the paperwork, passing the test. So, yeah, all in all, basically about 5 months. And I do think it is worth it because I do feel much more confident going to open houses, talking to agents, and just inside just what I know, I feel more confident, and I'm at least with the test. A lot of people say, yeah, it's not going to help you in the business, but at least I know like what not to do, so that I don't go to jail. So that is a helpful thing. But all in all, I don't know if I'm gonna completely scrub this channel. I don't think I will, but you're probably gonna be, obviously seeing more investment related advice, real estate stuff. I don't know if I want to keep some of my more controversial videos. Um, so we'll see. But I do think I will just keep. I still have a comedy show coming up. If you guys are wanting to watch me perform, I'm going to be performing at the Four Points by Sheraton Hotel in Anaheim on 4/20, and it's a Wednesday at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You also get to see Disneyland fireworks, some really cool stuff. So yeah, you are witnessing at a time where I am transitioning. I feel like this is misconstrued. So obviously I'm going to be a woman forever, but I'm just saying I'm moving a little bit more into real estate. Still going to do social media marketing for the, small business owners that I do work with. Going to continue with that, but obviously looking at more things that I can do more in terms of legacy, leveraging, investing, continue to do Airbnb. So it will be a fun time. Um but yeah, I may have to clean up some of my stuff. I don't know, maybe I won't, whatever. But just to let you guys know, yes, got my real estate license, going to do more on this, and subscribe, and I will see you later.